What if the Borg were friendly?
I wonder if the Emperor Honorius, watching the Visigoths coming over the Seventh Hill, truly realized that the Roman Empire was about to fall. This is just another page in history, isn't it? Will this be the end of our civilization? Turn the page.
So I want to talk about Pluribus for a second. I just finished episode 2. If you're familiar with Pluribus, it's basically this.
When your world is one.
Unity. Who am I talking to? I watched you assimilate a whole police station just to get your hands on the evidence locker.
Rick, when we met, I was a young hive mind with the population of a small town. People change.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I've grown.
Hey, listen, I've grown too. I have!
More or less, mashed up with a bit of this.
I'm Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard, Captain of the Starship Enterprise, Registry NCC-1701D. You will lower your shields and prepare to transport yourself aboard our vessel. If you do not cooperate, we will destroy your ship.
You see, what's interesting about this concept is when the Borg invaded the Federation, everybody was terrified of being assimilated and becoming part of this hive mind and losing your, individuality and control over your actions and becoming part of this collective with mechanical implants all over your body. And it looks pretty gross, right? Looks painful and gross, right? But what's interesting about Pluribus is that it's a virus. So it's not a mechanical implant that sort of mutilates your body, turning you into a collective consciousness. Everybody in Pluribus remains effectively human, but with their individuality sort of erased. I mean, they're still aware of who the individual that they're inhabiting is, but the entire planet is now effectively one hive mind consciousness. But here's what I find interesting. One of the characters in Pluribus makes a pretty interesting point, and that is because of this hive mind, which isn't malevolent yet. We don't know yet. Maybe it is. But let's take, for example, or let's take the idea that this hive mind is not malevolent. One of the characters makes the point that now that the entire population of the Earth is one singular hive mind, there's no crime, there's no war, the sense of class structure is gone, power structures are gone, military-industrial complex no longer necessary, and the hive mind works for the betterment of the hive. What's also interesting is it's revealed in Picard Season 3 that when people are linked to the Borg, there is this overwhelming sense of euphoria, which is very difficult to break free from.
I can feel them. All of them. There are so many voices. Joyful. Welcoming me. Nothing's broken in here. There's no suffering. No loneliness. No fear.
Which makes a lot of sense because when we see in Voyager 7 of 9, when she gets disconnected, has a huge amount of trauma because of the disconnect from the hive mind.
I am one.
Yes, you are.
But I cannot function this way. Alone.
You're not alone. I'm willing to help you.
If that's true, you won't do this to me. Take me back to my own kind.
You are with your own kind. Humans.
I don't remember being human.
Even though later on in the series she appreciates her individuality and her sense of, self and whatnot. But before that, the disconnect from the hive mind is a massive trauma on Seven because she's been in it her entire life. Like every conflict throughout human history has been because of tribal individuality and singular consciousness. This is one of these plastic table 4 a.m. conversations again. But what I find interesting about Pluribus is certainly at the moment, it seems like a pretty good deal. Like, okay, you lose your sense of self and your own ego is eliminated. But most of us struggle with the fact that our own conscious awareness is constantly at odds with itself and battling itself, along with trying to survive in an adversarial system where it's essentially survival of the fittest. That's the system in which we live in. Like fighting over land and religion and dress codes and race and blah, blah, blah. If there was a singular consciousness that enveloped the planet, none of these would be an issue. Like, is self-awareness and self-determination the biggest evolutionary mistake that nature has made? Or has it driven innovation because of that? I mean, societal structures at the moment seem to be kind of fucked, really. Don't they? Maybe an alien virus is the solution to all of this. But anyway, I find it interesting, and I thought it was the perfect topic for a Monday, because it's Monday.